Hello. All right. I am going to do a quick VOD review. It's not going to be quick. It's probably going to be a long one. For you, EricZB on Mercy. Um, I I did watch the first fight of this just to kind of get a feel of what's going on. On your Reddit post, you said that you're in silver. So a couple things I'm going to be really looking out for is going to be you're going to probably overexpose your hitbox a lot. Um, I'm assuming as well that you're going to maybe not be hungry for information. What I mean by that is constantly looking at your teammates to check on them. I'm going to be looking for that. And what else? I'm going to also look for just mechanical things. I'll see like how often do you do the super jump? Do you um, do the thing where you guardian angel on a wall and then like fall a little bit and then guardian angel again like on a cliff, like the side of a wall? We'll see. But yeah, let's start this off. And the first thing you want to do, noting that that Mercy's like major thing that she adds to the team, the big thing that she adds to the team, is this damage boost, right? And so I want to look at what you're doing with your damage boost here. The first thing, you know it's going to happen. This is like every game on Hollywood when you have a Reinhardt. He's going to fire strike the door. And you need to be there to damage boost it. And I know you're not going to because I already watched this. So you're holding a healing beam when your whole team is full. And so make sure you're on blue beam. Definitely be blue beaming here. Okay. Now you're going to be kind of falling off to the right. And you've chosen the right side because you have sort of like two choices here, right? Um, you've got you can fall off to the left or you can fall off to the right. If you fall off to the right inside like this little nook area, then you have this opportunity to retreat this way. However, if you fall off to the right and then you find yourself kind of in, oh, I don't know, like this area here or this area, like more towards here, then it's not always an option to get up there, especially if you don't have super jump in your kit. Um, so you might find yourself having to retreat down this alley. That's a death sentence. So just be really careful about that. Um, Oftentimes, a better way to fall is just this way. Highly recommend just fall this side because you have more places to fall back to. You have more peel ability. You can get peeled for better. Um, and in general, if you're not going to be playing up here, all right, as Mercy, then and you have to be playing down here, you don't want to be on this side, in my opinion. I think you want to be like here, here, like where Moira is right now. Not to say that Moira is going to set any good examples in this first fight. In fact, you are going to lose because your Moira is really bad. And we'll talk about that in a little bit. But yeah, Moira right now is kind of in the spot where you might kind of want to be. And the reason is because it's easier to get away. There's more teammates within your line of sight from like this direction, right? You can see teammates in this direction, so you can guardian angel to them. You can also go back into this room. You can see enemies coming through this little flank. And so really it's an incredible position just to like have knowledge and have options. Okay, let's keep going with the game here. Okay, so a couple of fire strikes that you've missed here as far as at least damage boosting them. But you're kind of forced to heal your tanks. You see that Moira's crit. Sorry, to see that Widowmaker's crit. And you have to go back and heal her. And I want to note something here. All right, I'm going to go back 5 seconds. You see Moira right now? Moira knows. Moira is damaging this Junkrat. Moira sees that Widow is crit. Moira could heal that. But she just fades away. Okay? So definitely Moira's doing some spicy things right now. And it doesn't involve anything that's good. All right? And this is forcing you to be a heal bot. And I really wish that wasn't the case because Mercy really doesn't shine when she's relied on for like all of the team's heals. When you have a co-support that just isn't being the main healer for you, Okay, and by that I mean the one that's just like healing the tanks for you and um, like doing most of the healing on that front, so that you can focus on kind of pocketing your DPS instead of pocketing your tanks with the heal beam. Then it doesn't let Mercy shine very well. You can't really do the things you really want to do as Mercy, right? And so here you're back on your tanks and you're just trying to keep them alive desperately because they need this help. They need it so badly. Yeah, there's nothing you can do here as far as like you can't go up and start damage boosting, even though I want you to, because you just have to heal bot this. Your D.Va's asking for healing. It sucks, but it's how it is. Despite needing all this healing, your Moira is on the high ground using a damage orb. Okay, and I want to show you something pretty fun. Right, she's just kind of like doing nothing. She's like fading down here, chilling out, doing that. Yeah. Let's go back a little bit. So really not making your life easy. Let's go back a little further. Sorry. Here you go. Okay, so we're using Valk. Now, Valk to save a fight is, in my opinion, not as good as Valk to force a fight. Okay, so ideally, I think the highest and best use of Valkyrie is to force a fight in which your team has favorable terms. You say, for example, like, oh, we got the high ground and you don't. Let's Valk now. You hold damage boost. And this fight's happening now, whether you like it or not, enemy team. And that's impactful. That's how you can make impact as Mercy. However, when you try to save a fight, when it's like, oh, the enemy team is pushing us really hard, we should Valk now. That's not necessarily bad. There's definitely times in which that's still good, especially if they don't expect you to Valk. But in this particular scenario, it's like when two teams connect 6v6 and the enemy team, you know, they're pushing in, you're pushing into them, and you use Valk as soon as the connection happens, then they've already committed to the fight. It's 6v6 and now you've got Valk. However, in this scenario, this was not 6v6 then Valk. This was 6v6, then they killed your D.Va, and now it's 6v5, and now you're Valking. Okay, so this Valk is an attempt to save the fight, which is not the highest and best use of Valk. You're also getting pushed down in this alley. This sucks. Your Ryan's going to die. No Ryan can survive that, especially with this kind of Moira on your team. Okay, and so we go for the res, and the res looks risky, but it's not actually that risky because A, you're in silver, so you're not going to get punished for it, and B, you're just like, you're Valking, so it's harder for them to do anything about it. You can be flying over the target. Okay, and good movement. Good. I like how you're trying to like find an escape out of there. It's unfortunate that you're not going to be able to. So it's a tough fight. So generally speaking, oh, that sound. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry. Let's turn off the objective capture sounds. Okay. Here's what this fight should have looked like. Okay. Let's pull the camera out here because that was a total mess. All right. And this is going to end up happening sometimes, right? You're going to have these total mess fights and you're going to wonder, like, well, what should we have done? Well, generally speaking, the Rhine and the D.Va are going to play right here. All right. This is where you're going to have your main tanks. Your Moira is going to actually play like right here. All right. So your Moira can walk in and out like here and here, right? So your Moira can see this line. Your Moira can heal the tanks. The Moira can throw healing orbs this way to bounce back and do this kind of thing. It's really cool. And then your whole team, if needed, can retreat back to this way. You should have a DPS sitting either in cafe or up here. Like your Widow should be up here taking shots. And what you should be doing is you be right next to her, but like falling off the side. And what I mean by that, by the way, and I'll show you with my camera. All right. Like imagine you're kind of where my camera is right now. All right. So you'd be damage boosting the Widow, and you're gonna angelic descent, hold that space bar, All right, let yourself fall a bit. And then right before you touch the ground here, you're going to Guardian Angel. Let yourself fly up to, oh, I'd say like about here. And then let yourself descend again. All right. And in this position, right, you're letting yourself go up. Don't go up too high, by the way. If you go up this high, you've gone up too high. Now in silver, you're not going to get punished for it, but in plat, you will. So just be careful. I'm not about not overexposing your hitbox in this, but you kind of want to just go up and down on these cliff faces. And there's more of these, right? And so over here, you're going to have like a DPS sitting up here on this, and you're just going to go up and down and up and down. And you just kind of want to get used to like doing this up and down thing on the sides of cliffs, because it just gives you options. Number one, you can damage boost your DPS. Number two, you're always flying. Number three, you're in these positions. You are kind of like in the middle of the pack of your team. And so you can see everyone, and you can use a getaway technique if you have to. Okay. And so that's kind of more what it would look like. If you had an Ana, generally Anas would play back here in Cafe. They would shoot the tanks from here so that like the Ana can focus on healing the tanks, while your DPS would be like up here on the flank. Maybe you've got a Tracer way back over there, and you know they're going to kind of handle themselves. And then as the enemy team starts using ults, you want to be backing up your team, okay, to something over here. And so you just kind of, you play this corner where your Reinhardt is like this line, and then your team, you're going to be playing like pretty much tanks here, and then just angles. So for example, you go back here so I can represent this a little bit better. Enemy team eventually takes this high ground. They'll shoot down upon you. You're going to have this platform, and you're going to have Cafe, and you're going to have like an angle here, and you're going to have this garbage can. This garbage can is pivotal, by the way. You're going to have these crates. These crates are amazing. The garbage can, I think, is a little bit better than the crates, but this is actually a really good position. This is where eventually Zenyatta and Ana want to like kind of fall back to sometimes. And this is where you can kind of play as Mercy as well, just a little bit, because it's really safe. Like, it's hard for them. They have to go all the way around this flank to like actually get around you, and you can see it from a mile away. As long as you check this flank a lot and often, you can see this from a mile away. And this is kind of how this point is approached. Like a brawl team, like with Reinhardt, would hold this corner and force the fight on point. The enemy team would have to take the high ground. They have to sit up here until they get a pick. And once they get a pick, they drop to point. And once you drop to point, then the real fight comes out. People start using ults. This is where you probably nano your Ryan to stay on point for as long as you can. This is where attacking ball will use minefield and ground pound on point to clear out what's there and try to take this whole position. But then yeah, like all of these really solid positions to like be thinking about the whole time. All right. And in this fight instead, your Moira was terrible. She's doing whatever this thing is. Okay. Yeah. Honestly, I don't know what Moira's doing. Let's not talk about it. It's forcing the fight to just not go that way. You could have damage boost that one. Okay, so you got a Doomfist now. They're using Coalescence. You don't want to be in the eyes of that. That's one ability that will just destroy you, because you can't get away from it by flying away. You have to get behind cover for that. And so that's unfortunate.
The wonders of modern medicine. I need healing.
Okay, a little overexposed here, is the enemy team is right there. We're gonna go back just a second. Hold on. You see how your D.Va's taking a bunch of damage here? All right, you see this? This, to me, seeing, let's pull out the crayons again. Oh, sorry. When you see a crit teammate here, all right, and you see the payload here, and you don't see, like, any other teammates on your team, you can use context clues to realize that main is being heavily targeted. And so the last thing you want to do is put yourself on main. That doesn't mean you don't want to heal this D.Va, okay? Doesn't mean you don't want to heal the diva, but what you want to do is you want to press, hold on, let's go slowly, press shift. You did, all right? And you want to press shift again, like, oh, like maybe about right here, okay? You don't want to go about any further than that. And by pressing shift a second time, what you do is you cancel Guardian Angel and you land on the ground and you don't go any further. You see how like you're really on main here? And yes, you did catch the diva, and diva is kind of feeding, which is what divas do until like very late, very high elo. But yeah, you definitely overexposed yourself there. Didn't get super punished for it. In higher elos, you'll get punished for that. Now, one thing I'll point out about this one is the red team knows what's up for sure. Now, they used Coalescence to push momentum on this, and that's a really good choice. And the reason why is because let's say they capped this point and didn't like do anything. They just kind of like slowly push the cart this way. Well, then what you end up doing as the defense team is you hold this entire saloon and you get on top of that. Actually, I don't know if that's called the saloon. Maybe this is called the saloon, but basically it doesn't matter. This building or this building, or really both, if you hold the tops of both of those, it's really hard for them to walk down main. They have to do something. So that's where basically you fight for this high ground the entire time. You fight for this high ground the entire time. And you'll notice that they used Coalescence right off the back of taking that to just push your whole team and kill them. Excuse me, I got a cough. Sorry about that. So they pushed your whole team until they're dead so that they didn't have to go through that really shitty phase where they have to clear you off of high ground. They don't have to clear you off of high ground. Instead, they'll just kill you and take it. And now it's really tough to defend because you have to come back out and you have to deal with the fact that they have high grounders. In fact, more of these people should be on high ground. They're not because they're silver. But the first thing your team should be doing is take back the bank on the high ground, and then have someone flank over here, go up the ladder, the elevator thing to take up here, start pressuring this side, and start basically taking all these high grounds back. That's how you retake this point, okay? So it's going to be tough, but let's see how your team does it. You've regrouped on main. I wonder if the enemy Reinhardt is going to go for like off the top ropes Earth Shatter. Here it is. Oh, he didn't do it. There's Earth Shatter. Good block. You're right. Okay, that was a pretty heated moment of the battle. You're actually up on people right now. It's 5v4. So overall, I would say good Valk. Good time. This is going to be like end it now. However, there is a lot of oh no. Oh no. Oh, I don't like to see that. I'll get up there. Nice. Let's get a pocket here. Can we get some damage boost? Nice. I like to see the blue beam. Very good. Oh, yeah. Please do not die to Junkrat. That's embarrassing. Yes, excellent. You don't have to look at Pharah to Guardian Angel to her, by the way, if you don't want to. There are settings where you can prefer beam target, so that you can keep your eye kind of like on the battlefield. Good. Hey, damage boost your Ashe there for a little bit too. Don't be afraid to. Okay. This is very chaotic, very unorganized. Hey, your D.Va needs healing. You should have canceled GA there a little bit sooner. This is a hodgepodge. Okay, there's the Coalescence. Can take out the Pharah. That's pretty common. And so you got another Valk this fight. That's pretty nice. Good job. Ryan's just really enjoying the idea of dying, maybe. That'd be kind of cool, right? Okay, here comes the tire. You can try to shoot it. Ryan could have just fire strike the tire, but he didn't. Okay. This is a death res. You should not live through that. No way. Okay. But did your diva actually protect you for that? No, she didn't. You just did get lucky. Okay. Okay, trying to keep your Moira up. Your team's definitely dying here, and this super like this is where super jump, just like this whole fight, super jump would have been really nice to have in your repertoire more, because it gets you to the top of that saloon. Oh, good job, Farah. Get that Moira. Nice. See what you're up to. There you go. Okay, get her up. I guess you have to be on healing your tank duty because Moira's not going to do it. Ideally, you want to be up here. This is great. Nice. And this is kind of where you see your Ashe right here. Perfect. You just kind of want to like keep a beam on her and go up and down, up and down. And you can also just pocket the Farah. That's like pretty good too. Okay, so you have Valk, and this is the 6v6 situation I was telling you about, okay? So here, it's about to be 6v6, and notice, your team is highly favored positionally, and I hope you can see that, because if I show you where everyone is right now, okay? Now, oh, okay, that soldier might do some work here. But overall, what it looks like is you've got high ground advantage, and they don't. So as soon as the teams connect, all right, as soon as the Reinhardt's hammers connect, all right, the fight has begun, and you just pop Valk. And now they are committed to the fight in which you have Valk active. So let's see how it plays out. I love it. This is really bad, though, with the soldier ult up here. I don't know if your team's going to deal with that. It's one big shatter from your Reinhardt. Holy cow. Okay. Say hi. Okay. Okay. Yeah, watch that Hanzo to the left. That Hanzo could have gotten you. Hanzo's still at large. Criminal on the left. Maybe keep your Reinhardt up here. Good movement there. Yeah, you want to keep backing up. You want to stay closer to this side. All right. This side, a little bit dangerous because you don't have, like, your escape routes aren't as good, especially when you're like standing right here. You have to walk this way, and then you have to like find these poles and find this haystack. And if you don't get there in time, you die. Whereas over here, all you do is you just duck behind this, and you can just walk into this room, and you can walk further back, and you just got way more cover on this side. And right now, you're just kind of like really exposed. Yeah, it's never a winning situation. If your tanks are like, it's like your two tanks and a Mercy versus their two tanks and an Ana and a BAP. Yeah, your tanks are toast. There's no way, especially with this DPS Moira that you got going on. You had a kill on the BAP. Demech the enemy diva. Yep, I like your pocket target. Another ult. Look at you go. You're dead to that. Yeah. Oh man, hold on a second. Excuse me. Oh shit. Oh shit. Another one right before that too. Alright, whatever. We're not VOD reviewing the Widowmaker. But nice 3K.
Did someone call for assistance? Where does it hurt?
Alright. Oh good. Okay, so here you want to damage boost that Junkrat. Give him the blue beam. No, you want to damage boost the Junkrat. Don't get me wrong. There's a time and a place for pulling out the Glock, but that's not it.
Did someone call for it?
Oh no. Yeah, you don't want to be on the point here. We back. Yeah, here's where you've got natural cover. You generally just don't want to be in the line of sight for fire, or with the line of fire. If you can get a Guardian Angel to the high ground there. Oh, you're good. Never mind. Junkrat just killed two. It's all good. Alright, you got Valk. Let's see how you use it. Alright, let's see. I want to watch the teams connect here. Let's go into this view. Oh, huge. This is easy. You should win this. Easy win. No, this isn't losable. Good Valk. Yeah, and so in this situation, you don't even need to be here. Notice that you can kill your whole team from right here. And the enemy team can't even see you no matter what. So, I mean, like, it's a guaranteed win, so it doesn't matter. But, you know, just as far as building habits, being up here and healing your team is just a little bit better. It's better because they can't see you. Another thing that you can be doing here is you're going to end up having, like, DPS players up here scouting these, especially when you get to like higher elos. And you did have your Widow up here, I believe, for a little while, and she's scouting here, and you can follow her, right? And so you can follow any of your DPS and kind of pocket them through these little corridors here. These are very important, right? And so taking a shot here, really good. Looking at this and marking this angle. By marking, I mean just keeping an eye on it and letting your team know if someone's taking the flank, right? So you can mark this flank, and you can kind of pocket your DPS here. You can, at a moment's notice, it's not too long of a walk to come back here and like heal up a couple teammates and then go back, right? And so sticking up here, really good. If someone's like just shooting from up here, what you can do is you can do like the side of the wall thing again, although it doesn't make a whole lot of sense here. This isn't like the optimal place to do that, mainly because if you have a DPS right here, you're actually better protected if you're just standing back, like over here. All right, so let's see how you do the attack. Oh no, where's my mouse? I honestly don't know where my mouse is. It's just straight gone. Cool.
Initiating match.
There's my mouse. Okay. Oh, that was way too far. Hold on.
Ready
Okay.
for battle.
Fun fact. All right. Pick a door. Which door? Which is a better door to walk out of? This one or this one? I'll give you the answer. It's this one. This one here takes a lot of damage. People out there shoot this door because they can see it. They don't shoot this door usually because they have to walk too far over this way to get that angle in that door. And so generally this is the door that people shoot. If you want to walk out of a safe door, walk out of this one. All right. Fire Strike came through the right door. Fire Strike did not come through the left door. Your Moira's already crit because she got hit by the fire strike.
Now, let's achieve our objectives.
Here, I would be damage boosting your Widow. Just try to get him to win this duel. Just be pocketing, like here you could heal her up and then get like a damage boost and a shot. Pushing that soldier off, that's really big. She was able to do that without your help, which is nice. Okay, so being a little bit hyper-focused on your tanks here, causing you to not realize that your Widow is pretty low health and asked for healing. Your Junkrat kind of needs healing. Like, usually you're kind of the designated DPS healer as Mercy, even though I know your Moira is just kind of throwing and only throwing damage orbs. It's still good to like turn around and pay attention to your team if you can, though. Yeah, it's a lost fight. I'm glad you didn't press E there, because if you did, you would have gone on 30-second cooldown, and you might not have it when you need it next fight. So good that you didn't press E.
A clean bill of health. My healing spell is upon you.
Okay, is Widow gonna kill this soldier? That's the question.
Where does my service
Okay, you go for the Valk. I like it. It's not too early, not too late, I don't think. Stuff could have been done. Yeah. He's a big tire. Yeah, good, good, good. Don't let your Rhine die here. You kind of have to hold healing beam, unfortunately. Your tire killed 3, and it's been a total of 4 killed on the enemy team. You should be able to take this. I don't think anyone on the enemy team is going to get back. I don't believe so. Yeah, no way. You shatter. Wow, okay. I don't hate it. I hate dying, though.
Lost.
That's stupid.
Stop the payload.
Okay. Back a second, I want to watch this. I love it. I love it. You got this, like, safe res here. Good job.
back in the fight?
I like that. Good to see. I hate this, though. And you know why I hate this. What the heck? You could have just gone back through this door. What is this? Yeah. Better team would have killed you there. Oh, watch that right flank. Dang. Yeah, Hanzo just kind of destroyed your team there.
Group up with group up.
Let's see if your junk dies pre-fight. Nah. You're there for him. That's good. It's a big Sigil. You're gonna keep him healed up throughout it. Don't stand in that. Okay, good, good. They're using Coalescence, so you just kind of want to pull back a bit here.
My servants never die.
Okay, we're trying to save a lost fight. And, oof, that really sucks. There's a world where you don't get shot there. And what happens there is it probably looks like you Valk and you just go up here. You just like stay out of sight when you're in Valk. Rather than just free flying. Maybe Hanzo doesn't hit you, and maybe something comes of this until your Reinhardt gets back. But I still am not a big fan of that Valk, just even like in theory, because you were down one. It's like you lost someone on your team, and then you pop Valk in like a panic, and that doesn't usually end well. Your Ryan switches to Hog, probably a good choice actually. Oh no. That shatter was huge. Okay, your team still came out on top though. You lost Coalescence, but your team kind of comes out on top because Hog is a good choice.
Immer unterbricht mich jemand bei der Arbeit.
Hog is so good for your team here, a lot, largely because your Moira's forcing you to be the one that's like healing tanks. So when someone picks Hog, they can kind of just heal themselves, and he takes a lot of pressure off of you. So now that you've got a Hog, you don't have to like heal him up all the time, like when he was Reinhardt, and so you can focus on keeping just the Sigma alive and your DPS. This gives you a huge opportunity actually to show what you can do as far as pocketing your DPS instead of pocketing the healers.
Ich bin da.
He's like, yeah. Yeah, Moira, you can stay crit. Oh, this is kind of falling apart on you a little bit. Okay, not bad. Yeah. A lot of trying to force a fight on main when the real strategy should be taking that high ground first. It's a big beat from the enemy team. You kind of stabilized. They didn't do anything with the beat, and now you've got Roadhog ult. Did Roadhog ult? Yeah, he did. Oh, that shatter is huge. Okay, now come on, Hog, heal yourself. Yeah, you're doing everything you can here to heal that. Keep your Hog up if you can. There you go. Nice, nice. No more ults. I think you got the momentum here. Okay, you didn't have to do that, but it's not the worst. Oh, don't be in the air for that. No. Oh, that sucks. That Hanzo. Just uncontested. A lot of that big hodgepodge of a bunch of random stuff. Let's go back a bit here. Back further. Okay, so your Moira goes up to the high ground. I actually like your Moira going up to the high ground there, but then, you know, she just jumps right off and fades into her own backline. So whatever. Your team is not even touching this with a 10-foot pole for some reason. Not even touching this. Like, this is so surreal to see, where, I mean, this is essentially what I expect from Silver, is where like this is where the fight happens, just right here on main. This is the whole fight for the most part, and there's a couple of people, and you can see these few people that kind of stand out as knowing a little bit more about what they're doing when you see them starting to stray away from main, and these are the people that are probably going to rise out of Silver. And so like right here, not like Moira not included. Your Widow, if Widow here is in Silver, she will be out of Silver in due time, because she knows what she's doing positionally. She is in like a really good position. However, she's probably about to die to Hanzo. Hanzo's really good against Widow, especially when Widow doesn't expect to see this, and just gonna get headshot probably. And oh yeah, so D.Va just pushes Widow off the high ground there. Now they got Coalescence. Ryan gets hooked. They use the Hanzo Dragons. Okay. And so this is what's going to create them a lot of space. They can walk forward on you. You have to like walk backwards. You lose your Junkrat. Ryan does a weird charge. You get a res on the Junkrat, which could be very valuable. Your Widow's sort of on the high ground, but not really. It's getting wrecked by D.Va. Widow's probably going to die here. Yep, she eats a fire strike to the face. We use a whole hog to push him back, and the whole hog is pretty good here. Okay, it's pretty good. It kind of restabilizes your team. However, it is still... oh no, it is a 5v5. It is a 5v5. And then Ryan dies but gets a big stun. Now it's 5v4. Widow's back, it's 6v4. But then also... No, it's 6v5. Okay, okay. Widow again goes to high ground. I can tell Widow will be out of Silver anytime now. It's a big sigil. It's a big sigil. And then Hanzo just takes this really good flank. And this has been kind of an ongoing theme here. This Hanzo is going to get out of silver any fucking time now. This guy is doing really good for silver. His spot right now, notice his spot is just disgusting. I mean, his positioning is like A+. This guy is going to get some fucking value. Absolutely huge. Now, I don't think he's going to be able to hit you here, but that soldier ult just countered you. That's something that you're going to get countered on, is the soldier ult. For as long as you take your Valks in the middle of like aerial space, you want to be like behind these covers, even when you feel like there's no reason to, because in that moment he would not have been able to visor you. Okay.
60 seconds.
Hanzo kills your Junkrat. Hanzo gets a couple nice shots on your Hog. The Widow's not long for this world. Hanzo's got one of the best positions in the game. Soldier's got the high ground too now. This is going to be really hard for your team. You're on Junkrat too. Junkrat's going to kind of like super overextend. Junkrat's so dead right now, it's not even funny. There's no way. Yeah, Junkrat's so dead. Now Moira's going to go up there for a try. Hanzo manages to get that health pack. Let's watch you for a little bit. Sorry. I'm losing focus on what I should be doing. This is VOD reviewing you, not the whole team. Sorry. Okay, so your Widow's down. You should really be with your DPS in these cases, trying to help them pocket them so that they can beat the enemy DPS and eventually win the overall fight. He's beat. This is rough. This fight's over. Yeah, your team's just dead. This is game over. Yeah, okay. So, in this one, this game was unfortunate. You're kind of forced to just be a heal bot, and there's not much you could have done about that. If I'm in this game, okay, and I notice that Moira just, is being a DPS Moira, what I would automatically think about in my mind is that where I expected Moira to be our sort of like tank healer, she's not going to be. And Mercy is not fit to be a tank healer. The tank healers, especially when you're like playing a Reinhardt comp, are going to be Ana, Moira, and Bap. And so what this means is, in my own personal game, I would have swapped immediately to Ana. I've just been playing Ana the whole game. And that's just how it is. It's unfortunate. I think this game would have gone a lot better if that was the case, because then you could more you could control the game more. You could keep your tanks up better, and if your tanks stay better, then maybe they can win the tank war, the sort of like tank sub game. And if they can win the tank sub game, they can push the cart more. Just all together, this is not the ideal game for you to have been playing Mercy, just because your Moira just was playing too much DPS. All right. That's not all though, because you submitted another code. So let's take a look at the other one. I'm enjoying this. Let's keep going. Blizzard. I like Blizzard World. Okay.
Ready for battle.
What do we got? Okay, you're going to be... Oh, look at you. On the blue team again. I like that. It's so much easier to do a VOD review when you're on the blue team, because I don't get mixed up with the colors. Okay. Interesting. All right, so this is some silver strats right here. Silver players tend to believe that on Blizzard World, that this is the choke, and it's super important to always defend this choke. All right, it's not. This is okay, but what eventually happens here is you can defend this for a long time, but usually all it takes is a single flank through this way with like a good DPS player to get like some attention, turn them around, and then the enemy team pushes you. And once that happens, you're just in a bad spot. You as a defending team do not want to, sorry, let me reposition here. You as the defending team do not want to be defending this point here by just being scrambled here. That's the problem. That's the big problem. And that's why the major positions here are actually usually you want to be holding, if you're on a Rhine comp, I think the best place the Rhine can be holding is right here. Okay, you hold your shield right here. You back up to here as needed, right? And so Rhine would play here. And the thinking is that you want your hammer on their face. You know that they have to come to this position, okay? And if they have to come to this position and Rhine is in this position, then you don't have to chase the fight. You can let the fight come to you. You can force the point. You can force fight on point and then have your hammer in their face. That's the theory behind it. And so holding this here kind of forces them to either push you this way, which they got to get to the point somehow, right? So they're either going to push you this way, or they're going to wrap up around here. This is more common, right? They're going to put a DPS up here, usually a ranged DPS. You're going to see McCree, Hanzo, Ashe, Widow, things of that nature are going to be Soldier. They're going to be up here. They're going to be pressuring this high ground. So whatever you got going on, where's my hotkey? There you go. Whatever you got going on, like a DPS up here, it's going to be contested from over here. Okay, you're going to have this sort of contesting happening. Tracers are going to go into here, down the stairs, around, ring around the Rosie, and they're going to land here. Flankers, like Tracer, you're going to see Doom do this shit. You're going to see Sombra do. Sombra can just walk in. Doesn't fucking matter. Ball will take this route, and you're going to get hit with this flank. And so very complicated defense here. But generally speaking, it's not bad to have one DPS kind of starting here and eventually like quickly retreating. Like starting as in like as attackers make their first ascent down main, they just kind of like Hanzo can throw a storm arrow, or Ashe can do like a dynamite and then get the fuck out. You don't want to be stuck here because especially if they see that, all the attacking team has to do is come up here and then push you out. You don't want to be here when they do that. So the general strategy, what you see is you just have like this guy here was just going to shoot him. And then as soon as he's kind of contested and shot back, he just fucks off. All right. So that's pretty much the end of that. Tanks, generally, they're going to either hold here as a Reinhardt, or if you're spam, then I've seen like within the case with Orisa Sigma, you might be holding more like right here. You can still shoot down main. You can see this angle and you can still retreat. I've seen Hogs chill out over here and do like a split thing where you have like a Sigma on this side and a Hog over here. And as they try to push this way, Hog will peek out, hook the back line, pull them in. There's a whole bunch of strategies, but holding main right there is some bronze silver shit right there. That's how you know this is a low elo game.
One. Attackers incoming. Defend objective A.
Yeah, you want to be damage boosting a DPS, not Orisa. So in this particular scenario, we are just holding up a Rhine shield in front of this spam for no value. We're not hardly getting anything out of this at all. You're going to be up there with that soldier, damage boosting him so that he can kill the Pharah. So it's also unfortunate. This is another game in which you should not have been Mercy. You have a Lucio. So Lucio is not going to be able to heal up your tanks. This means that you're going to have to be the one that heals your tanks. So I take back what I said about wanting to be on the high ground, damage boosting soldier. You kind of have permanent tank healing duty because you have a Lucio on your team. Because your Lucio is not going to be able to keep your tanks up. And so the only thing you're able to do is Mercy here. You are pigeonholed into just healing tanks. And that sucks. That sucks a lot. And so this is where a better pick would just be one of those 3 tank healers, which is just Anabap or Moira. Picking one of those, you're going to be able to perform that job better. Any 3 of those are going to be a better pick than Mercy here. And what I'm going to find this game is that you're going to be starved. You're just going to be only healing. You're not going to have time to damage boost. You're going to just be full-time healing this Orisa when you could be damage boosting the soldier. Now your Orisa's purple. You got booped out of position. That sucks. You still need to get back on the Orisa because you're a full-time healer right now. Okay, Ryan's going to need some healing here pretty soon, but okay, he's probably fine. You rotate around Fountain, that's fine. Their Mercy res their Ashe. Now you're kind of with your DPS back here because your tanks are at least full life for a moment. Okay, your Orisa needs a lot of attention here. Your Ryan's just dead. No. So this is a situation where you need to realize Ryan's dead and just get the fuck out. You cannot save him. Yeah, there's not a mercy in the world. Not a mercy in the world that could save that Reinhardt from dying. It's not your fault. There's nothing you can do. Yeah, definitely you want to be up here if you can, and so this is where super jump would help you a lot, because during this whole fight, all you have to do is just super jump off of one of your teammates. You can get up to about like this height off of it, closer to like this height, and then you just like fall right back here. You're behind this boat, you get the natural cover, you connect your beams, you hover for a second back here, reconnect your beam, hover for a second, reconnect your beam, and your retreat path is just that way if you need to. Instead, you just Valk. So, maybe savable. Let's see how it goes. Actually, all things considered, good Valk. Nice blue being there. Your Ryan's gonna die again. Nothing you can do about it. Again, not a mercy in the world. Not a mercy in the world could save that Ryan. Wouldn't worry about your Orisa. She has gold, so she can just fortify. Yeah, you're really overexposed here. When they're spamming here, all right. When this guy just maybe I don't do this right here. Hold on, let me go back one. Okay. So what you got here is like a sort of spam. You've got Orisa shooting this way, and you have Sigma shooting this way. And so what's happening here is this whole thing is going to be what's called the spam lane. All right. And so you don't want to be standing in the spam lane. You don't want to be in the sort of like imaginary lines that create this sort of like lane what damage comes through. And what you're going to find here is if you watch you're kind of just standing in it. And even though this is a viable position that is not in the lane, you could still heal your Orisa by standing here. Watch how you just don't do it. Yeah. Something to think about. Now, you didn't get punished for it there. If they had more people behind that Sigma, you could have been punished a lot harder for that. That's basically the idea. Your team still won the fight. But we'll look out for more of those examples. Here, okay. So let's see. Are you going to blue beam? Let's see. Captain Blue Beam Extreme. Let's go. Oh no. It's bad. They nano Sigma. That's interesting. Okay. No. Okay. That hog's very scary. I would stay away from the hog. Ryan, no. Your Ryan just sends it. Okay. I don't mind it. That was good. This hog is scary. Blue beam, nice. Just gonna res the hog, that really sucks. I think hog's just gonna attrition you out here. And the Junkrat, yeah, this This feels really bad. Ooh, big beat, big beat, big beat. Your Reese is back. This is winnable. This is perhaps less winnable. Oh shit. Oh, nice Guardian Angel. Look at you. Hell yeah. Risky. Okay. It's high noon. Oh no. Okay. 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 Let's go back a second. I hear it from behind to my right, and so my assumption is that he is either on that high ground up there or just like right here. That's kind of where I'm assuming he is, but I actually don't know. He's right there. Yeah, yeah. So that's where I heard it. And then so when I see you do this Guardian Angel, I'm like, oh hell no. But then you got the you got the Orisa shield. Whew. Okay, we're good. Okay. Oh no. Oh no. Wrong side of the presence. Okay, we retreat into snacks. Very interesting. Yeah, you're dead. In this scenario, your team loses this fight. You walk off here, and you take a drink. That's what you do. You do not give your opponent... No. Okay, you know what? Respect. Okay. Alright, alright, alright. Let's go. Hey, your Ryan just doesn't have heals. And he's gonna die. Cool. Fun fight. Go next. Yeah, against Junkrat, Roadhog, Kree, yeah, and Sigma, your Rhine is just in a bad spot. Your Reinhardt should switch off Reinhardt here. It just doesn't make sense. Your Rhine should go either Hog or Sigma, in my opinion. Because your team just doesn't have enough heals to keep him alive against that team comp. Okay, so you heal the soldier. Go for this. This is risky. You got it. Nice. Okay. It's high tide. Oh, okay. You lived. Okay. Definitely. Oh, that sucks. Your soldier shouldn't have done that from the low ground. Should have gone up here where you are and then did it there. Fuck. Okay. They're like really nanoing their Sigma a lot. It's a big dragon, actually. It buys a lot of space for your team. Huge slam. Hit a whole nobody. Okay. Got a lot of low grounding here, by the way. A lot of this healing, a lot of the things that you're doing right now can be done from the top of this bridge. You can kind of just like weave in and out. Keep an eye on that angle. Like there's some angle gaming here, just a little bit. Like you've got this Roadhog kind of chilling here, looking for hooks. This is common, all right? But what's really common is the enemy team going up this stairs in higher elo. That's what you're going to want to watch out for. Not the enemy team just constantly banging their head down main with a single flanker over here. All right. So watch out for this. No one on your team is watching that. Not a single one. Someone on your team should be holding this position. Okay, right here. And if I'm going to look at your team and decide who holds this position, it's either DPS. You want to be a long range hero, okay? And you want to pressure this position. Don't let them walk up here for free with a flanker. Now, if they want to take their whole ass team up here, put a shield and like walk it forward with Sigma and like force you out, well, sure. Okay, they can do that because there's nothing you can do to stop that. But you know, be ready for it. Don't let like Roadhog come up here. Because if he comes up here and he starts hooking people from the high ground and spamming people from the high ground, you're toast. I mean, you're toast. Especially if you're not like doing anything on the high ground yourself. Okay, so you have Valkyrie. Let's see how you use it. Brian's just going to send it and die. That's cool. No, he's not going to die. He's fine. It's kind of a meme how much your Ryan's just gonna just use that shift button. Yep, Ryan just dies. All right, so let's see what's going on here. Okay, so yeah, they've taken this thing up here. Soldier not in position to defend this. Hanzo also not really, because Junkrat is right fucking behind it. In fact, you know, based on what I'm looking at here, it looks like Junkrat's like on Hanzo's team, just kind of shooting the same people that Hanzo's shooting. So kind of weird, champ. Okay, yeah, this is real bad. I think your whole team's gonna die to this. No. Oh no, dude. Okay. Yeah. Better positions to be had there. This position here, because you have an immediate retreat lane. Another one that's really good to have is behind this thing and this thing, and you're like playing these natural covers. You can still see these lanes here. Like you got a wide field of view. Okay. All right, we're in overtime. Can we hold this? That's a big question. Okay, we've got beat here. Oh, this is bad. Good job. You saw the Creole and you got out of the way. It's good game sense. Okay, if Ryan's just memeing. Yeah, don't try to keep him alive. He's gonna die a lot. Ooh. Well, that sucks. Not much you could have done there. In a game like this, I would not be going out of my way to protect this Reinhardt from anything. I would not really give a shit about this Reinhardt. He is going to do what he's going to do, and I'd rather him die more often without any support, get angry and switch, so that he's actually going to be useful, than try to give him some support, because if the more you support him, the more he's going to feel like, okay, well, I'll just keep trying this. When it is not working. What he's doing is he's a liability on the team. He is giving the enemy team a bunch of ult charge. He's giving them a free kill every fight. And he is, in my opinion, the weakest link on your team. Kree got your Hanzo. That's not good. Earth Shatter, ready. Huge. In that moment, I would not have minded. When you see a big shatter, definitely damage boost that Reinhardt, because he is going to be poised to just lawn mow all over. He's going to just mow him down. So I would have liked to see a damage boost on him there. This flank on you is really rough. I'm glad your Orisa's trying to get on it. Nice. Good job, Orisa. You know, I don't know if you're meaning to do it, but your Valk positioning here is better than it has been in the past that I've seen so far, because you've got this really large structure here that's kind of protecting you from any sort of shots from like a Sigma or a Roadhog from main. So as long as you're flying like right here, and like the further you get over here, the further you're just like no longer in that cover. But if you're like right here, healing your team, flying around here, there's not much they can do to shoot you. Like they'd have to wrap all the way around. They'd have to be up there on the high ground, and then if they are, you can kind of like fall to here. You can find your way around. You can maneuver and figure that out. But yeah, I feel like you're staying back a little bit more. Staying out of that cover, or staying in cover, I should say. Your Orisa is way too far up, by the way. Let's play a game where we we try to figure out what's the best Orisa positioning. All right, multiple choice: A, B, C, or D. In my opinion, D. And your Orisa almost touched A. And that's like the further you are to here, the worse. Like, this is really bad. Risa plays at range, so bad choice on your Risa there. Ouch. Another high noon. Okay. Winnable. Oh, that one sucked. Dang, let's go back just a second. There, I think if you looked around a bit to find a Guardian Angel, you could have Guardianed to your Hanzo and gotten out of that. Yeah, definitely kind of just choked there and didn't look around when you should have. Okay, we're following a Rhine out. Is he gonna switch? Oh, yep, there he goes. There's the Diva. The switch we've been waiting for all game. Oh, wait, no. It was your Orisa that swapped. Was it? Wait, am I stupid? Hold on. What's going on here?
Did someone call for it?
Okay, Orisa swapped to Diva. My bad. It looked like Ryan did because he stopped there for a second. No, Ryan's got 95 to ult. Here he goes. Just charge in like a champion. Press Q. Do it. Okay, you don't need to anymore. Okay, you did anyway. Okay, that sucked. Without a whole lot of healing, I don't... This is questionable. No, you got it. You got it. You got it. He's got to kill Sigma first. Sig. Gotta kill Sig. No, you gotta kill Sig. No. Okay, well, can they just not hit a Lucio? That's funny. He can't kill Lucio. They can't kill Lucio. Oh no, dude, they choked. They choked. Oh, that's bad. Oh. That really sucked. Okay, Doom. Huge. Yeah, what? This is crazy. What a fight. Okay, we got the beat. Beat should win this. Where are you? Okay. Alright. Well, I don't have a whole lot to say about that last fight there. It's kind of reckless. Kind of weird. Hold on. I promise I have a mouse somewhere. Here we go. Okay. Let's see how we approach this. We got Rhine Diva. And you're still on Lucio Mercy. God, that's like the worst support duo. You can't get worse than Lucio Mercy. It's pretty bad. Oh, okay. Rhine's on point. Holy shit. What the fuck? Alright. This is one way to do it. Good movement. Oh, that hook. Holy cow. Bitch got you from the air? Oh, I kind of missed the hook, but it kind of gave it to him. Do you see that? Some bullshit. Yeah, I mean, that was just chaos. I think in that fight, you were at least looking around a lot. That's a good thing to be doing in that sort of situation where it's just like really unorganized and you're kind of wondering what to do. Just looking at everyone. Who needs attention? Give him attention. And then look for damage boost opportunities where possible, I guess. You can't force your team to take good positions unless you're in comms and telling them to. Okay, your Ryan's going to do it again. Your Ryan's just going to, like, be an absolute Giga Chad. But, you know, I like this. It feels a bit early because your Ryan's going to do a thing, but he's not quite there yet. If we go back just a second here and look kind of what's going on here. What triggered you to do this? I'm just really curious. So, I got the Val. Okay, so your Diva went in. I see. Okay, so you saw your Diva go deep. And you figured, okay, this is the fight. This is when I want to use it. Not bad. The we're gonna lose the Reaper, and our Ryan's just not in the fight yet. This just feels early. We go for the res. You missed. Oh, what the fuck happened? What? What? Excuse me? It does not look like you're out of the 7-meter range. Did you get robbed? Last second. Oh no. Yeah, that. I mean, you might be like 7.1 meters by the very end of the skill. Damn, that sucks. Holy shit, that sucks. You got robbed. I had to like double take that, triple take, because I thought for sure you were within range. That must have been just a millimeter. It's a big shatter, okay. You just ride dies immediately. The hog ult really sucks. Got nothing to do with it. Okay, good target, actually. Soldier up here. I say that's a good target because he was in just like a good position. And you could damage boost that, and he has ult. Like, wow. What a good trifecta. What a good target. Now, if only he didn't just like totally retreat from that situation. Where is he now? Oh, he's fighting over here. Okay, cool. Oh, huge win. Okay, so your D.Va just bombs. That's fun. Oh no, winnable. We kill Kree here. D.Va kills Kree certainly, right? Right. Okay. D.Va carry.
Good as new.
Looks like the pact might exist in silver as well. That's a flats meme, by the way. You're not aware of it? Your team, you can call for taxi, by the way, and your team should know what that means. They should have peeked someone in this place right here, so that you could guardian angel to them and get to the back to like the team sooner. You can call that in match chat or group or team chat. Sorry, not match chat.
My healing spell is upon you.
Oh, look at that Reaper up there. Now you still have the soldier with visor, so yeah, you're kind of thinking about this. It looks like definitely while your team's like full HP, and you don't have a whole lot of healing, but as long as the fire is not being placed on your tanks, then take this rare opportunity where your tanks are full, they're not getting shot at, and your DPS is in a good position to damage boost this soldier for his ult. And this is not where Soldier wants to ult, by the way. Soldier wants to go through StarCraft. That's what this is called, by the way, because it's the StarCraft building. It's a StarCraft right there. He wants to sprint through here if possible, get up here, and do an ult from up here. This visor would be insane. If you're here with him for this visor, you win the fight. So let's see how you guys use it. Okay, so we go for the res here. We're definitely taking our time with Soldier here on this positioning for the visor. And now your tanks are taking a lot of fire. So now it's harder for you to ditch your tanks and go for this flank with the Soldier. It's becoming a lot harder because your tanks are in a more damaging position. So they're going to probably need more attention. The Baptiste on top there with the window, this is rough. You could die to this window potentially. I'd be very afraid to be standing here. Looks like your D.Va's on it. Okay. Good job on D.Va. It's okay.
Group up. Starting over.
Oh hell yeah, Reaper. You know, Soldier saved Visor. I respect that. Soldier should go to the high ground and win the next fight with Visor. You're also just packing like close to 6 ults. I don't mind it. Oh, that sucks. Don't die. Please 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 don't die. Oh my god. Okay, good. Nice. Good job. Hell yeah, dude. That was a good little tuck underneath there. Shows why you shouldn't be flying too high in the sky. This is an okay spot to be in. Going for this res here. Big. Okay. Huge visor. Visor kills 2. Really exposed here. This is where, from this position where you're kind of behind cover, you would want to do a super jump. You'd super jump off this Reaper, go up, and try to land on this high ground over here, so that you can be behind this cover, heal your team, behind this cover, heal your team, and you just beam from high ground. See here, you kind of got shot at a lot. You're kind of half health. You got splash banged. Like, you wouldn't get any of those shots if you were on the high ground. You wouldn't get flash banged if you're on the high ground. Okay, well, you got point. Nice, good kill. His stagger. Your Reaper is just ready. I mean, I've never seen such bloodthirst. He is so ready for this ult, dude. You even see this shit. He's like, I'm gonna fucking kill all of them. What are you doing, dude? Bruh. You had the cool position. What do you mean? No. Did they see him? What the fuck? Oh, okay. They fire striked him. Never mind. Fuck it. I would have stayed up there. I would have asked for a top off. Oh, he's going right back. Okay, cool. All right, Reaper. Press the Beyblade button and win the fight, please. Big. Kills McCree. Kills Bap. Kills the Immortality Field. Very nice. This is just clean. We definitely have a great team comp against their duo. The Reaper is going to be good against the Roadhog, and the Soldier is going to be good against their Reinhardt, because the Soldier just takes a better angle and turns him around, and then you can't look 2 directions at the same time. Oh my god, big bomb. That's a really good bomb. Yeah. I mean, well done there in the end. Nice. Your team just kind of pulled it together and just snowballed 3rd point. In fact, they kind of just snowballed 1st point as well. A lot of stuff that you can definitely look at in those fights. From like back here. Let's see. It's like once you got a foothold on 2nd point, you kind of just snowballed all the way to the end. Despite not quite having like a really good team comp as far as like a heal combo goes. I'm always super uneasy about Lucio Mercy. It's just not enough healing for the Reinhardt to stay alive. But okay, so they use window. Diva actually hard counters this window. Then we get some value, I believe, out of the visor. Or I think he doesn't even use visor here. I forget. So Diva killing the BAP there and not allowing him to get value out of the window is just huge. And then Soldier's just in the god position. Reaper gets 2. Soldier doesn't waste his visor like a normal silver player would. We get a lot of free cart push. All they have is a Roadhog. Our Lucio gets back to the fight quickly. Reaper still has ult, didn't have to waste it or anything. Reaper's hiding, that's a good thing. Roadhog's in a good spot, gets a hook on you, but it didn't actually end up mattering. He didn't actually secure the hook, secure the kill. And then we have Soldier ulting from high ground. Look at this, beautiful. This ult, fantastic. Just well done. He ends up dying, but the damage is done. And now it's 5v3. It was 5v4, but then 5v3. Gets a flashbang, which gets nothing out of it. We use Shatter. Probably didn't have to use Shatter, but it's fine. We got the kills. Reaper's just gonna clean up on that Hog. Hog can't do anything. Hog versus Reaper, I mean, Hog's gonna lose. Hog can counter Reaper's ult, but I mean, like, that's the only play he really has against him. Reaper comes up here, he's ready to do his thing, and the enemy team is kind of just staggered. Like, you got Reinhardt way too far up in here. I mean, like, he can be, sort of. He's probably not going to die, but... Okay, so now they've gathered up, but what they're not ready for is the fact that you still have Reaper ult. Reaper goes back up here, and he's going to get the lamp. He's going to get the BAP. He's going to get the Mercy dies there too. He gets the Kree, and it's just like, this is over. Because now it's 3v5, and enemy team just doesn't have healers. They're not going to be able to keep their tanks up. Their tanks right now should be giving up a lot of space and trying to regroup as 6, not push 3 forward with no healers and just guarantee that their tanks die. Like, there's no way Ryan lives that. Ryan should have gone back to his spawn. Now, Hog might be able to live here for a little while, but they're just staggered. There's nothing they can do. And then this Diva Bomb feels like a checkmate, you know? Like, this is walking to point, and no one can walk this way. That Diva Bomb is fantastic. It's a great snowball. So, yeah, that's basically how that game went. I know I focused a lot on, like, talking about what your team did more than about sort of what you did. I tried to throw in a few tips there about your own particular gameplay and some tips on what you can do. I hope that was helpful. I hope talking about the game and the theory behind kind of what's happening maybe like helped you a little bit in understanding sort of what's going on. Yeah, hit me up again if you want another VOD review. Have a good day.